The Legend of Zelda is one of the most well-known video game franchises of all time. People have enjoyed and cherished it since 1986. You play as not Zelda, who is on a quest to save the world of Termina, Holodrum, Labrina, Hyrule, from the evil forces of bad guy McEvilPants, also known as Ganon, and rescue the Princess Zelda using the mythical Master Sword. In total, there have been 20 Zelda games to date, not counting spin-off games. So, in this video, I will give you an easy-to-comprehend guide to all 20 games in the series by explaining all the Zelda games, but a little bit badly. Let's get into it. Oh, and by the way, spoiler alert for all the games on here. The Legend of Zelda. This is the first game in the series, and it's what kicks the story off of every other game, because it's obviously the first in the timeline. You have to get the sword from the old man in the cave, then run around aimlessly until you finally just give up and look up a guide. Get the Triforce pieces, kill Ganon, and save Princess Zelda, who is not in another castle, unlike another princess, who won't be named. The Legend of Zelda, Adventure of Link. It's like the first game, but a 2D side-scroller. Many people say it's the hardest Zelda game, but it's easy once you know how to crouch in a corner and continuously spam the stab button. Beat all 8 dungeons, kill your shadow, who is in fact not Ganon, but Ganon at the same time. Here. And save Princess, who turns out to be the original and very first Zelda, because this is obviously the second game in the timeline. A Link to the Past. Welcome to the game that perfected the 2D Zelda formula. All the other 2D Zelda games are obviously trash and should never be played. In fact, all other Zelda games are trash and should never be played. Only play A Link to the Past. You play as Link, as usual, and you need to stop the evil Agahnim by beating 3 dungeons, getting the Master Sword, then beating 5 more to awaken the Maidens and make it to Agahnim, the evil wizard who has taken over Hyrule. Once you beat Agahnim, the game obviously ends. You know, it was surprising that for the 3rd Zelda game, there was no sign of Ganon whatsoever. Link's Awakening. It's lost, but Zelda. Ocarina of Time. And here we see the game that has won the best game of all time for 20 years now. Marvel at its wondrous 3D graphics, its masterful gameplay, and its amazing story as it quickly shatters everything you know about Zelda, especially the timeline. You must gather the 3 Sacred Stones to get the Master Sword, then awaken the sages by going through 5 more dungeons to get to Ganon's Tower and beat Ganondorf, who is totally not in any way the giant evil pig beast Ganon. Enjoy all the interesting NPCs who don't age at all as you travel between time periods by pulling and dropping the Master Sword about 50 times a playthrough just to get that 1 gold Skulltula that you forgot to kill in Jabu Jabu's belly. Talk to Sheik and get to be best bros, only to discover that, spoilers, he was Princess Zelda all along. Best game ever. 11 out of 10 IGN. mask. Welcome to Termina! It's a magical land full of beauty, wonder, and Akana Valley. See all new characters that you've never seen before, and don't question if they look familiar. Also, just ignore that gorgeous moon that will crash into the world in only 3 days. Use the power of the Ocarina of Time and various masks to save Termina and kill Majora's Mask, which isn't actually Ganon. Do various side quests for too many NPCs to get all the masks, then trade all those masks in to get the Fierce Deity's mask, because there's no other masks that matter. Beat the 4 temples that all suck except for Turner's Tower Temple, but watch that clock, because once 3 days pass, you have to start all over again. Have fun. Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. Instead of Zelda and Hyrule, you're in Holodrum and Labrina, saving Nehru and Din. Oh, you don't know who those are? It doesn't really matter, because it's not like they do anything important or anything. These games are okay. Ages has hard puzzles, while Seasons has hard-ish combat. Sword and Shield Dungeon is a great temple though. Four Swords. It's Zelda with friends. Grab your link cables, take them to school, and beat the evil body with your best pals all sitting around the lunch table together. Or, if you have no friends, get the Anniversary Edition and play by yourself. Wind Waker. Boats! Four Swords Adventures. Instead of link cables, you all have to actually go over to your friend's house and play on the GameCube that's hooked up to their TV in the living room, while his parents have no idea you're even over in the first place. Minish Cap. Learn the origins of the Four Sword and Vati, then explore areas of Hyrule never seen before, or ever again for that matter. Have a talking hat. Unlike other companions that you have in other Zelda games, Ezlo is not helpful at all and is just there to tell you the obvious. But hey, now you know that with every step, you might be walking on tiny people the size of your small toe, which is just great. Hey-ya! Twilight Princess. The edgiest and darkest Zelda game. It's so dark and edgy that it had to get a T for team rating by the ESRB. Link is a furry in this game, and Midna is there too. Explore the gigantic Hyrule field, which is now being taken over by the Twilight Zone. Beat 3 dungeons, get the Fused Shadow, and then watch as all your hopes and dreams are destroyed by Zant, and you have to collect more stupid tears of light. And I swear, if I have to kill one more of these ridiculous bugs, I'm gonna break the game disc! Ludiro! Beat 5 5 more dungeons, get the Mirror of Twilight, then plunge the Master Sword into a conveniently placed hole in Ganondorf's chest. Yay! Phantom Hourglass. Boats! The sequel. Spirit tracks. Trains! Why are there trains? Skyward Sword. Learn the history of the Master Sword, Zelda, Link, Ganondorf, and Hyrule as you battle against both enemies and bad motion controls alike. Deal with Fi as she won't shut up about everything from enemies to items to your battery dying, then cry as she says farewell in one of the most heart-destroying moments in Zelda history. Go through 8 dungeons to stop the evil Girahim from resurrecting Demise from his avocado prison and save Zelda. Then travel through time and beat Demise anyway, leading to him becoming a prison in the first place. But not before he curses you, Zelda, and him to always be doing this Triforce Do-Si-Do until the end of time, making way for every other game in the series. Oh, this is the first game in the timeline, by the way. The past 2, the Linkening. Triforce Heroes, like 4 swords, but with 1 less player and a questionable place in the timeline. Breath of the Wild. The most recent Zelda game that is so un-Zelda-like that it feels more like Zelda than any other Zelda. That makes sense. Instead of other Zelda games, you have a totally open world that you can go to anywhere at any time. Meet new characters like Gerudo Valley Lady, Fish Boyfriend, and Zelda. Also hear voice acting for the first time ever in Zelda history. You know, this is the only Zelda game that I have not played, but I don't have money for a Switch, so I can't play it. Buy me a Switch. And that is all the Zelda games to date, explained so that anybody can understand. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know of what other things you want to see badly explained in the comments, and leave a like to let me know you want to see more. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.